Dalawa po yung file natin this morning. Yung isa po yung House Bill number 11192. Ang title po nito, an act regulating the allocation and utilization of confidential and intelligence funds imposing penalties for misuse and misappropriation. Yung isa naman po ay House Bill number 11193. Ang title naman po nito, an act regulating special disbursing officers and imposing penalties for misuse and misappropriation of funds.
So ano po yung specific na laman? May parusa po ba? Ano po yung mga parusa na nakalagay dun sa proposed bill?
May mga parusa. Bukod siyempre sa mga admin tsaka mga criminal liability, nilalagay din dito na pagka ikaw ay mapatunayan na nag-violate dito sa mga batas na to, magkakaroon ka ng perpetual disqualification to hold public office. Apo. Yung isa, yung sa... Pero siyempre, lahat naman ng mga to, dadaan pa to sa committee. May mga... sa Section 10, dito sa SDO, specifically Section 10, penalties, without prejudice to the filing of criminal, civil, and administrative cases, the penalty of perpetual disqualification from office shall be imposed upon the SDO for violation of any of the provision of this Act, including loss of benefits.
And all of these stemmed from...
Dito po sa ating committee hearing. Dito po kasi, originally, pag SDO ka, ang sa ngayon basta't ikaw ay in-appoint lang ng head of agency, pwede ka na maging SDO. So dito po sa ating bagong batas na ipinasa, may mga qualification na po kami na isinaad. Number 1, kailangan siyempre, bukod sa kailangan ikaw ay permanent official or employee of the agency. At ikaw ay kailangan may salary grade 24. Tapos kailangan meron kang educational background na related sa accounting, auditing, or finance. At dapat yung approved fidelity bond mo kailangan equivalent sa iyong accountability.
Our next question will be from Marian.
Okay. Sir, dun sa, so tinatapos na nga po natin, kumbaga isasantabi natin yung confidential funds, yung probe natin ng good government dito. And si Vice President Sara Duterte, meron din po siyang statement, sinabi niya na with that nga po, at least kahit pa paano, matatapos na rin yung tinatawag niya na may relief daw po bala sa mga personnel ng OVP and sa Department of Education dahil natapos ng hearing kasi nung mga nakaraang linggo daw talaga nababalisa, anxious daw sila, tormented, takot daw sila sa buhay nila, and that's why buti naman ngayon, and with the impeachment nga po na isasalang na, at least doon daw po masasagot niya yung mga dapat sagutin, lalo na may proseso daw ng batas. So, sir, ano po masasabi niyo? Mas mabuti raw na mayroon ng impeachment dahil doon sa impeachment ako lang yung nahabol ng mga members of the House of Representatives. Hindi na nila tiniterrorize yung mga kasamahan ko sa Office of the Vice President. Would you like to comment on that? Na, yun nga, with your pag-summarize or pagtapos po nito ng confidential fund probe ng good government. And sabi niyo po, tatalakayin niya na rin sa impeachment proceedings, kumbaga, kung magtutuloy po sa Committee on Justice itong confidential fund probe.
Well, syempre, nare-respeto naman natin ang opinion ng ating Vice President. At kung sakasakali nga po na ito'y talakayin ng impeachment ng ating Vice President, yung mga bagay-bagay, no, yung mga ibang issue, siguro mas fully masasagot dun sa Committee on Justice.
In addition lang po siguro, just a comment, I'm not sure if necessarily interrelated naman po sila eh. Kasi yung proceedings dito sa briefing, not really briefing, proceedings po natin dito sa good government in aid of legislation, iba naman po yung tinututukan po natin as compared to impeachment. So I don't necessarily agree, although we respect the opinion, of course, that's the good Vice President's opinion. Pero for her to say na mas okay nang, I think that's the gist of it po, Marian, no? Tama. Na sinasabi niya, buti lang natapos na tong good go para makaproceed na sa impeachment. One, the impeachment proceedings is separate. Two, we don't even know if it's going to proceed because as far as we know, there were only 2 filings as of late. And we're unsure yet of how that's going to proceed po, no? If it's going to really afford her that, sabi niya po, she wants to she's willing to have face-to-face. But when it comes to the impeachment complaint po, that's a separate matter. It's different from this. So we are not sure also kung the articles of impeachment himself would include this. So it really depends po on yung basis doon. So yung point lang being, parang these are 2 separate matters and I'm not sure if it really follows po, no?
Sir, I understand meron na rin pong parang nilalobby yung Makabayan Block or may nagpapapirma po nga nitong para sa, wanted resolution na po ng impeachment case at didiretso na sa plenaryo. Kayo po ba willing kayo? Are you in favor po para pumirma dito sa impeachment resolution?
Well, honestly, hindi ko pa nababasa yung laman ng impeachment complaint ng Makabayan Block. So, in the event na ibigay po sa amin to, pag-aaralan po muna namin kung ano yung laman nito.
In my case po, personally, di pa po lumalapit yung Makabayan. I haven't seen yet yung impeachment complaint po nila. So we can't really comment yet, having not seen the articles po. If I understand, Makabayan is only 1 article of impeachment. Tama po ba? And that's very different because I understand, comparing lang to the other impeachment, there were 3 articles, 24 grounds. So you have to consider in po all of that in totality before choosing which one to support po siguro.
Sorry. Follow-up lang, sorry, second to the last question. Sir, you mentioned po, Chairman Chua, several times na kulang po tayo sa oras. Tingin nyo, wala na pong panahon dahil nga magkakampanya na eleksyon. Do you think po it's better that this will be tackled, itong impeachment complaint, sa 20th Congress rather than sa 19th Congress?
Ano po? Pakiulit.
Sabi niyo po, wala nang panahon. Pinaka-challenge po, for example, para isulong nga po ang impeachment complaint kay VP Sara is yung time. Wala pong oras pa dahil magkakaroon na ng eleksyon, may kampanya, magiging busy, lalo na po kayong mga congressistas and senators. Kung sakaling umabot na nga po doon sa Senado yung bilang trial court, at ano po ba sa tingin ninyo? Better ba kung sa 20th Congress, tingin niyo po ba isa lang ang impeachment kesa sa 19th Congress?
Well, yung Senate kasi is a continuing body eh. Hindi naman yan matatapos. Meron pa rin naman 12 senador. Yung comment ko po ay personal opinion ko lamang yun. At hindi po yun ang opinion ng lahat. So, sinasabi ko lang yun dahil by February, alam naman natin, national campaign na. And by March, local campaign. Although, syempre, ang trabaho naman namin, ang mandato po namin is hanggang end ng June. So, in the event naman na itong impeachment talaga ay umusad, syempre may obligasyon din naman kami na ito ay gampanan.
We recognize Vic Sumintak, Net 25.
Congressman Chua, sir, good morning. Sir, now that the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability is eyeing for a legislation requiring confidential and intelligence fund disclosure and penalties for misuse of that fund, may we know kung ano magiging hakbang ng Congress now that the Commission on Audit, naglabas sila ng report na yung Office of the President ay top spender ng 2023 confidential and intelligence fund, pati yun ba ay bubusisiin din ng Kongreso kung papaano ginastos?
Well, yung sa Office of the President is a different matter. Dahil yun may trabaho at may obligasyon ang ating Presidente bilang Commander-in-Chief ng sandatahan. ng ating bansa at ang kanya po ay it concerns national security. Ito pong ipinapasa po namin ay paglilimita sa mga ahensya na wala pong kinalaman sa national security, sa peace and order at intelligence gathering. Kami po kasi itong investigasyon namin is confined doon sa privilege speech ni Congressman Valeriano at saka ni Congresswoman Luistro.
In addition to that lang po, no, and just to be clear, 2 points make it different po. No? First and foremost, yung nabanggit po ni Chairman Chua, is that in relation to yung good gov, we were talking about confidential funds by civilian agencies that are not necessarily related initially. And whether or not this piece of legislation was passed, we are going to act on that. If someone filed a privileged speech or a resolution, if there were any regarding doon naman sa President, if ever it was found to be used in matters not related to their functions, then I think the committee would also take that matter up po. No? But the difference is it did not happen po. Dito, confidential funds of a civilian agency. So, President, very clear po. In fact, if I understand po, sir, no, the COA, can you give us yung value po, sir, yung sa COA? Ano po yung nabanggit? For 2023 po ito, no?
For 2023, the Office of the President under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is the top confidential and intelligence fund spender for 2023 with a combine of 4.56 billion based on the report of COA Annual Financial Report.
Opo, confidential and intelligence funds po, no? We have to take note, yung sa good government, what we're talking about is confidential funds of a civilian agency. Intelligence funds po, which are related to national security concerns as disbursed by the necessary security agency. Iba naman po yun. And I think the bulk of my understanding of the news was correct. Yung sa 4 point something, majority of that was intelligence funds naman po talaga. So that's the first po na, the distinction between confidential and intelligence funds, between civilian and security agency. Second matter po na yung pagkakaiba nito, we will take note, wala pong notice of disallowance. There was no notice of disallowance in the OP, and that's why no one has filed any privileged speech or resolution. Dito po sa OVP, nagkaroon pa ng notice of disallowance. So that's one difference po siguro. And in fact, one of the provisions in the new piece of legislation is that the notice of disallowance would open up yung COA declassification. So I think those are the two kinds of distinctions. But in summary po, if ever there was a complaint, I believe the committee will hear it. But given po na one, it's not really, that was intelligence and not confidential, and two, wala namang notice of disallowance, I think we'd understand kung bakit wala po actually in the complaint.
Okay. Sir, one last na lang go. On the impeachment issue, sir, as you have mentioned, na kung sakaling dito sa House, lumusot yung impeachment, pupunta ng Senado, yung panahon ang problema. Pero probably, sabi nyo nga kung Chua, continuing body ang Senate kasi may matitirang 12. Pero ang problema doon, di ba sir, based on the rules of impeachment, does not constitute yung required numbers that is 2/3 to convict the impeachable official. Then what will happen to the impeachment case if ever makarating ng Senado?
Well, unang-una, yung gagraduate po ay may mandato pa sila hanggang June, end of June. Hindi pa naman sila, ibig sabihin, hindi naman porke nagsimula ang kampanya, ibig sabihin ay hindi na po nila dapat kampanan ang kanilang trabaho. So kung ito po ay sumampa, whether may kampanya o wala, talagang siyempre bilang mga lingkod bayan, obligado rin po sila na gampanan ang kanilang trabaho.
We recognize Ms. Vivian, then followed by Ms. Mela.
Sir, bali, 1